All right, before we begin this conversation, let's introduce Samuel Showumi. He's an economic analyst and he's joining us from our Lagos studio.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Joining us for this discussion on capital market. Mr. Showumi, can you hear us?
Good morning.
All right, I'm sure that he can hear us. Samuel, show me if you can hear us. Of course, if you just joined us, this discussion is on the capital market. So I'd just like Samuel show me to, provide for us an overview of the Naira and appreciation of the Naira and the factors that contribute to, the positive development that we saw last week as far as the capital market is concerned.
Well, the positive output that we saw last week was as a result of the fact that the Central Bank of Nigeria decided to clear, part of the backlog of FX forward that we have with banks. About 14 banks were supplied with dollar, and that injected a lot of liquidity into the market. And as a result of that, the market responded positively to it. To a very large extent, that was a commendable effort from the federal government towards ensuring the stability of the local currency. Another thing that also, gave rise to such a recovery was that government came up with this initiative of currency policy reforms in the FX market, and we all know that the market is information driven. So as soon as government made those pronouncements that they are ready to come up with transparent reforms for the FX market, the market also reacted to that, and those are the key things that actually help the Naira to appreciate against the dollar, as we saw it some few days back.
That was some few days back. I don't know if the story we heard this morning, circulating in the daily newspapers about the current exchange rate of the Naira against the dollar is anything to go by. Even in the official market is anything to go by. I just want to, how exactly is the market doing today? Even with the injection of the dollar and the attempt to unify, the currency markets.
What is very important for us to understand is the peculiarity of this period that we have now. Currently, we are moving towards the festivity period. We are moving towards December, and it is very natural that we will be experiencing more of pressure, demand on the demand side of the FX market, because we expect that a lot of importers will want to import a lot of items into Nigeria for the purpose of festivity, and it is quite unfortunate that Nigeria currently, as we are more import dependent than export. So, and exchange parity reliably relied on the forces of demand and supply. When your import is more than your export, it is natural that the local currency will weaken. But when your export is more than your import, you are going to have a surplus, balance of payments. Looking at your balance of trade, you understand? So, and that will give credence to the value of the local currency. So, at this point in time, there is a lot of demand pressure as a result of the fact that people are importing a lot of goods into the country for the December period, and that is what is currently happening now. So, going forward, what we will continue to see is a bit of oscillation. Naturally, there is no currency that is bound to be static. Once it is a trading instrument, you don't expect you don't expect the price to be static. It will continue to tilt, up and down, depending on the side of the demand and supply. Which one is higher? If your supply side is higher than the demand side, you expect that the local currency will rally against the dollar. But once the demand side is higher than the side, definitely the naira weakens, then dollar will rally against the naira. So in a nutshell, currently we are seeing a bit of the dollar going up as a result of the pressure on the demand side, due to the fact that people want to import. People are currently importing a lot of things for December period.
Demand and supply that you already mentioned. How does speculation and hoarding also affect the state of the currency?
You must also understand is that speculation is a very sensitive ingredient in the market. The FX market is purely a derivative market, and what we use derivative for is for two things. You use the derivative instrument for speculation and for hedging. So speculation is part of the market dynamics. People will definitely speculate. Speculation is just about buying an asset with the aim of keeping that the asset will appreciate in value in the short run. So you go long on that asset, speculating, thinking that in a short while the value of that asset is going to increase. So it is one of the ingredients that stimulates the FX market as it is. So it's an ingredient for the market. But what we should seriously concerned about now is the fact that a lot of people are now overowning this currency, and a lot of factors are this to that. A lot of factors are responsible for that. There is a lot of panic in the system as to what direction would the policy of government be by the time it actually comes to the fore. So in a nutshell, what our advice currently is that for government to continue the clearance of that backlog, by doing that, government should continue to inject funds into the supply side, so that as people are demanding, they are getting the currency. Because once people are demanding and there's no supply to match their demand, you can expect that naira will weaken, that dollar will rally against the naira. But if government continues to clear the backlog, that will inject a lot of funds into the FXI, into the supply side, and it will be matching the demand side. And as such, that will reduce the pressure on the demand side, because at the time it will get to a point where supply will outweigh the demand. Then once we get to that level, you will see that the naira will begin to rally against the dollar. Another thing is that going forward, I have said it in different fora, the government needs to engage key stakeholders in the FX market. We have a lot of market participants in this market that government needs to sit down with and have a roundtable discussion with them on how to help our local currency. It is the responsibility of everybody. Policy will not just be made in isolation from government side without carrying along the market participant. The so-called speculator are market participant. The commercial banks, every commercial banks have their forex desks that trade for them. If you look at some of the results that we saw from banks in Nigeria for second quarter and for third quarter, you will see a lot of FX gain in their balance sheet. You understand? So, and that tells you that they trade on this currency as well. You understand? And as a result of that, the government needs to talk to that set of people, also talk to big corporations that also hedge their position on the FX side. A lot of companies import a lot of intermediate goods that they use for their production process. Definitely, such company will be trading on FX. Will be looking for the best price time to buy FX, so as to to make it available for them whenever they want to purchase their raw material. These are also key market participants that needs to be talked to. we also have, market organizers like the FMDQ, where the FX is traded.
Okay, Mr. Shomi, let's also look at the stock market, and I'm just wondering how the stock market is doing at the moment. Which of the sectors, is on the bearish side, and which one is on the bullish side?
Very well. Very well. Very well.
Hello, Mr. Shomi. I'm just wondering, how the stock market is doing at the moment, given all the pulls and push here and there. How are the sectors performing?
Very much. Well, on the equity side, there is a lot of confidence in the equity market for now. You can see that if you look at the year-to-date return of the all-share index, it is positive. It is very, very huge. It has given a lot of good returns to investors. So currently, on the equity side, the Nigerian capital market is very, very strong for now. There's a lot of confidence. Prices of stocks that are listed will continue to oscillate up and down. You see, the beauty of the equity market is that we see it as a zero-sum game. Nobody gains, nobody loses, because the loss of somebody is the gain of another person. What defines every player in the equity market is your point of entry and your point of exit. You understand? So at any point in time, definitely some side of the market will gain and one side of the market will lose. When you say the market is bearish, it means that the market is losing. The key indicator there is the all-share index that will show that today the market lost by numbers of basis points. And when you say the market is bullish, is when there is a massive rally, when there is a massive gain, in the market, when majority of the equities that are listed on the exchange gain, then you expect that market bullish.
Time. We need to round off now, but just your final thoughts. The government is putting so much effort, doing so much to ensure that the naira is stabilized. What do you think that we as citizens can do to support the efforts of government?
For this question, well, to support the effort of the government, the first thing that every Nigerian needs to understand that there is no any other country that is better than ours, and to make our country to be a great nation is a responsibility of everybody. We all have a part to play. For those that are playing in the FX market, fine, we are not going to say that you stop your business, but you need to put the interest of the country at first, because currently now what we're seeing is the traces of hoarding. Why are we hoarding a currency that is not ours? Dollar is not is not an identity of Nigeria. Our identity is our naira and kobo. You understand? So to a very large extent, we need to support government reforms. For instance, a lot of Nigerians export a lot of product out of this country, and as you are exporting, we expect that you are going to be earning foreign currency. Now, the truth is this: how many of these exporters repatriate their earnings back into the country? And that is part of the problem we have. When you source your dollar within the economy, you purchase your raw material, you put it into your production process. Now you churn out your product, you are exporting it with the aim that you are going to earn foreign currency. You now earn the foreign currency and you don't bring it back. You are only killing the economy. You are destroying your country if you keep doing that.
Show me. My colleague just said the last question, but I think I have one for you. And this one is drawing from my personal experience. So sometime in 2010 or whatever, with little knowledge of how the market operates, I dabbled into buying equities. Of course, I was expecting, to make some profit at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, everything just went, the value of the shares just fell and all that. And that probably is the reason why a lot of people are not, you understand, taking advantage of the opportunity in the market, capital market, to grow their investments. Question is, how can we begin to enlighten Nigerians, so that they begin to take advantage of the capital market? You are saying that, again, Nigeria's capital market is doing very well. So how can people, especially those in the small, medium-scale enterprises, understand the dynamics in the capital market, take advantage of it, and grow their investments?
To intensify action on, orientation, advocacy, we need to continue to educate people. We need to continue to create this kind of forum where, professionals can come on board and, dish out, information that will be very, very useful to Nigerians. Another thing is that for people like you who have got your fingers burnt in the past, you don't lose hope. One thing about the equity market is that if you have not sold a stock, you have not lost a kobo. It is when you lose, you only lose when you sell. So the equity market is a long-term market where a lot of patience is required. Sometimes ago, take for instance a stock like Champs. Champs was trading around 20 kobo, 21 kobo this time last year. But today, Champs is close to 3 naira. You understand? So it's a game of patience. Within a year, if you are patient, if you are not the kind of people who are hasty, although within this period of saying, okay, the capital market is a long-term market, there's always opportunity to do short run. When you've experienced reasonable appreciation in your stock, you can sell. But by and large, all we need is to engage professional. You seek professional advice by engaging professionals in the market, your stockbrokers. When you liaise very well with your stockbrokers, they give you the right advice. They will advise you on when to buy and when to sell. We all need this. There's need for us to increase our level of active portfolio management in the country. What a lot of people do is that they will just be putting their money in the market without seeking professional advice. So we all need to rally around ourselves. For we the professional will come on board to dish out information. Then for prospective investor, you seek professional advice from your stockbrokers.
I think that was my error. I thought I had the knowledge, yes. But just the last one for you, because earlier on you talked about you commended the appreciation of the naira, but are the steps taken by the government, especially the unification
unfortunately, we will not be able to take that last question. Maybe some other time Samuel Showumi would come up and of course give us the answer to that question. We have our colleague Dele Atumbi.
Yes, please.
What is happening there at the appeal court? So that's a Good Morning Nigeria. Many thanks to Samuel Showumi for the capital market update. And Claire?
All right, I'm Claire Adelabu Abdurrazaka from all the GMN crew. We wish you a happy weekend. Bye-bye.
Me and Ray John.